angel next to me.
Namaste and like catch my family, and welcome to another morning coffee with Rion. How are you guys doing out there across planet Earth? And happy Mother's Day. It's been an absolute pleasure being with you guys here today. I have been working diligently. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about all the things we've been doing over here at Team Light headquarters in Sedona. Friday and Saturday is edited and is already loaded to Gumroad. That'll be the link you guys will need as soon as it's done to download digital HD digital copy of the entire conference if you guys couldn't travel or couldn't make it this year. And for those awesome guests who did make it, we shall have the full rendition of everything. I'm still working on the Sunday talks, and as soon as I'm done with that, we should have everything up and ready for digital download on Wednesday. These are large files, so I recommend just downloading them and then watching. Trying to put 6.5 hours of digital content in HD. We shot with the cameras in 4 and 2K. To try to get that into a 20 gig file was very difficult, but we pulled it off. Okay, so you're welcome. What else? I love you guys. Let's go to the chats. I'm in here. Bang. We're chats. We're commenting. Hey, look at everybody. Yeah. Bliss. Let's go ahead and just take a second and see how many awesome people are here. What up? Germany's in the house, baby. Can you guys hear me all right? All right. Have a bliss Mother's Day. Good day from Australia. I love you guys. By the way, Australia, New Zealand, all my family, we're going to be doing something. I'm going to announce it here in the next couple weeks. We're going to do something for all of us. As soon as some of these things end, which we know that are ending, these restrictions, we're going to go ahead and do something special for everyone that couldn't make it to this year's event. We're going to have another new for everybody because I want to see my family. The main thing when we do these conferences, yeah, it's cool, it's fun, everyone getting together. For me, really what it is me hanging out with your higher selves and giving you guys the downloads and activations you need to accelerate. That's really what I'm here to do. Many of us are accelerators in this consciousness, and that's what we're here to do. You know what I mean? The new is fire. Let's talk about these new timelines to say, again, happy Mother's Day to all the beautiful goddesses out there across planet Earth, including my own. Thank you for teaching me how to give hugs properly. That was the main thing my mom taught me, was how to give a hug. That wasn't something maybe I was used to in past lives or whatnot, but a hug. And the power of the hug is amazing. You goddesses, you ladies out there across the earth, the kid or the child could be having the most crazy day ever or hurt themselves, but you give them that loving hug and all of a sudden it's as good as going Om. A mother's hug and a mother's love is something that is very, very powerful and is one of the strongest things in the universe. If you think about it, that love, we do anything for our family. And again, I think that's happy Mother's Day. I think that's another reason why we show up on certain planets, certain densities, is to express our love for our family across this planet. So without further ado, go ahead and punch in where on planet Earth you're punching in from today. Send your light, share your light with the world. And let us all know on the planet what it be. You know what I'm saying? What it be. Put a little background music on here. What else? I got all kinds of downloads for you guys. Let's just step on the gas, huh? Let me pause this here. Let me see what we got. Abundance is inbound big time. Abundance is inbound big time for all my people that are a part of that. Big time. Prophetic dream 3 nights ago. Something big goes down at the Super Bowl this year, and I actually woke up and had to look up where is the Super Bowl in the United States this year, and it's in Glendale, Arizona, which I thought was odd. I'm like, they have a the football stadium in Glendale, Arizona. Yeah, there's something big that's going to go down this year at the Super Bowl. That's all I'm going to say about that. I probably know more than I should be sharing. There's an event that's going to take place while the Super Bowl is happening. What else? um, dimensional rifts and multiple. If you saw the new Doctor Strange in the multiverse, I watched that with my brother Alexander and our friends and our partners. And man, when I went home, I had to watch the last 30 minutes of Kung Fu Panda Part 3 for 30 minutes just to like wipe my brain and get back into my heart. Like, the multiverse is a little too close to the hip for some of us. Like, I don't dream. I'm literally experiencing different realities as soon as I close my eyes in this place. And it's very interesting watching that. And especially when they're going through all the different multiverses and realities, I was like, whoa, don't do that. I mean, the guy went spaghetti through one, and I was like, I don't do the spaghetti dimension. I can't handle it. No, but no, there's a lot of downloads coming through, man. And now is the time, honestly, to really take a deep look at what your daily routine is, how you enjoy your life, the most important things you can do on these crazy days with the energy going through the roof. I'm spending more and more time outside building pyramids, cleaning up the yard. It's not the task. It's rather I need to be outside grounded. Yesterday I spent 8 hours outside working on some new for you guys, which I shall showcase soon. But I had to ground. I had to sit on this rock wall outside and plant my feet on the ground. This morning, same thing. So just remember how important it is to ground and how your body recharges itself through the electromagnetic field when you ground with the earth. We are supposed to, use Gaia and participate with Gaia in balancing these frequencies. If you guys haven't been outside and grounded in 2 or 3 months and you wonder why you have static or racing thoughts all the time, take your shoes off, go ground. It really does help. Netherlands, doing it. Oh, big shout out to Cheryl. Love you. She has the Haven of Ascension coming up. She can post the tickets for that right here on this live feed. We love you. Go, boom. We love this. Show, bang. I will be coming in live there via a Zoom call. So that'll be really cool to see everyone there. I love it. Louisiana is really stepping up. I mean, I literally met the strongest light beings of Louisiana, and they're stepping up huge. The South is stepping up huge. If you guys don't know this, in the United States. Louisiana just went ahead and said, yeah, we're done with this rhetoric. We're going to go ahead and stand up and get this thing moving forward. The truth is that, I mean, the playlist doesn't lie. Sometimes you just need some heroes. Okay. You just need some heroes out there. What else? Okay. Sorry. When that song comes on, I get fired up. We're going to pull cards. We're going to have an amazing little broadcast for you guys. We're going to answer some questions. If you guys have any specific questions that you guys on this live feed right now want to ask, I can click on it and I can then answer it. I could do this for about 10, 15 minutes. I like your most difficult questions. In the broadcast when I was editing, I did actually tell in the conference footage what star system in the Pleiades I come from, and that's Electra, and I'm Engan, so I am not a Taigetan. If you guys have been watching Gaia, I'm Engan, E-N-G-A-N. That's my my fire Palladian. I got 5, my female and my male. I have 2 Palladians from that system. A lot of us are here and beginning to wake up to actually understand that we are ground crew. If you guys are new, if you guys have been watching me for years, you already know this. But there may be some things for the new people in waking up and understanding that the false narrative and false history that we've been taught is falling apart. Many of us reincarnated specifically to bring this knowledge and wisdom back to the earth plane, the physical, and to realize the importance of your downloads and how we're going to share all of those downloads together. I have a couple lovely gentlemen from that Love Tribe creating an app specifically for the Cities of Light. I'll let you know more about that when it comes out and when it's available. To actually, you can put your discipline and your job set and what you want to do, and it's going to be a much faster way to navigate. I know just off the top of my head, I have 2 botanists, those that work in the herbs, department, I've got 6 master builders. I already know your names first and last. I already have 3 mad scientist engineers. I have 2 Tesla mad scientist engineers. You know, what we need when this thing comes together, we'll have a very awesome Zoom call. I just upgraded my Zoom to take 100 people. I got that pro account, and that's why I spent so much time dialing this in. We're going to have our own little meetings and private Zoom meetings talking about what we need to do, especially when the time is right. Again, I don't dictate when that time is, but what I can say is we will be organized when that time happens. Each of you guys that have been with me for years, through the roller coaster of emotions and waking up, to understand that each of you have a divine purpose, and the whole goal with working with others is give them a job or give them a task that they enjoy doing. I recommend that to any person who is head of a humanitarian project. You never want to put someone in a job or you know, a facility where they don't feel like their full expression of creation can be fulfilled. So it's very simple in that way. I want everyone to do exactly what they want to do and what they're passionate about. You'll find that everyone has different passions, and in that different passions and in that diversity, you'll find that all of us in one area working together is unstoppable force. Just so you guys know, I have homies in Estonia, I have homies in Spain, I have homies in New Zealand, I have homies in Australia. You know who you are. Graham, you're going to be doing the horses, baby. I have England. I have 2 very talented beings in England. I have about 6 very talented beings in British Columbia. I'm saying this really candid. And then obviously all my homies in the United States. I have 1 homie in Bahrain. I have obviously my homies in Dubai. I'm just trying to say that my higher selves have tabs on your higher selves and vice versa. We know exactly who you are and what we're here to do. It's not random whatsoever. So I just want you to know that. You know what I mean? Like, oh, I'm the only light worker in Maui. I'm like, I know who you are. Okay, I've been at this game, you know, before YouTube was YouTube. I was making videos in 2009 before all these people that, you know, what have you. A lot of awesome information out there, but I'm trying to say that I even have my old crew that I would like to obviously re-engage with and see how they're doing. When you grow something organically, as we grow the collective, everyone comes together in their heart space, knowing that they've gone through a long journey of experiences to take them where they need to be. Sometimes you can have best friends that take a certain path that maybe you didn't take, or vice versa. But I'm here to say we're all in the same team, baby. Team Light. We're here to raise the frequency of this planet and do it with the highest and most awesome intent, you know, universally possible. That's who we really are. You know, we're here to help everyone help the planet and do it with the highest intent. So really simple with that. With some of the different downloads and things we're going to share amongst each other, obviously I will be, you know, making a base template function for how certain functions of architecture are supposed to work inside the cities. I want to explain to you how it works. I want to let you understand why you want to bend water, sometimes at 90 degrees or sometimes at different arc angles to get a certain deal. I want to explain to you how the old earth generators, or how you create ions or free energy from water. If you guys want to look at a representation of that, look at the Shiva temple in India that literally looks like it has Tesla towers on top of it made out of brass. And I don't know, it's 1,000 years old. I don't know, 600 to 1,000 years old. They knew how to basically turn water into a huge battery. So that's what it is. And then different salinities, as you well know, you can raise the hertz or volts level of water based upon how much salt you put into it. Obviously, I think desalinization plants need to be updated for everyone. We're living on a planet that's 85% water. The fact that the scrubbers have such a hard time working with the salt. Is it though? I think there's a lot of technology, 2 or 3 things I know about personally where the inventors were offered a large sum of money to not have it go public. I'm here to tell you that a lot of this weird stuff behind the scenes, our higher selves know everything that's going on right now. And I'm here to say that now is the time. If you have an expression of creation that you wish to work on or share with the world, now is the time to do that. Okay? When the rest of these guys are scrambling, what else? Have faith and have hope that the future is going to be awesome. I mean, Not that I agree with everything Elon does, but he has a weird smirk on his face. He knows the future is going to be rad. He goes, I'm going to focus on the future and making it rad. Right? Now, we all know things about Elon. He's got pros and cons. Right? But what I'm trying to say is that as a representation of someone doing things, that's all I'm trying to express. Someone doing big things on a global scale. That's all I'm trying to reference. In the end, he'll do the right thing for his kids. So I think you just have to understand that. In the end, he'll choose his family over whatever organization he's taking orders from. A lot of these guys that got these jobs from DARPA and were handed down technology that's 100 years old or 80 years old from secret space program that they're rolling out, just like Japan would roll out technology to the States during the 80s. That was like every year they updated like one chip and we're like, oh, it's brand new. Like, this consumerism's got to go. Some of these agencies and some of these things, they operate independently from the will of the people, and they think that they have the best interest of an entire planet in mind. The one thing that they neglect is the spiritual age of the inhabitants, and their control mechanism only works to a certain level of intelligence. In the same way that certain turds fear upper dimensional things, right? Like I say, really casually, I've seen dudes get grabbed through dimensional walls, like straight up. So in my reality, I don't get to play stupid. I don't get to not know. I don't get to do harm to others and not understand the cause and effect of my actions. I don't get to play ignorant. It must be nice on some level, but at some level you have to understand that the whole universe is watching how we dictate and delicately balance this timeline for the betterment of an entire, not only our solar system, this galaxy, but our aspects of us in the universe. And to realize that that fine tuning comes from beings and evolution of beings and higher selves and elders and guardians that have done it in the past. And our goal together is, can we do it with this group of graduating students? We know there was a great reset after the mud flood, Tartaria. We know these turds kind of went across the planet and changed things. What kept them at bay before? Giants. I never met a giant that was scared of a reptilian. Real talk. But what I'm here to tell you is that some of those giants were turds. Some of those had... So here's the thing about species, guys. You can't blame any one species, because every species has the same polarity going through it. I've heard stories of Palladians doing weird shit. So what I'm trying to say is, it's not a species thing. It's a polarity thing. It's a choice thing. It's either service to others or service to self thing. Once we kind of get into the energy of the universe and what that truly means, all of these differences fall to the wayside. And you understand that you choose a suit based upon a planet you incarnate into, and then based upon what you want to experience on that plane of existence, who your parents shall be and who you shall come through, with the probability of what you will learn, if that's going to facilitate your life plan and in growing. I'm here to tell you that we're growing very, very fast. I'm here to tell you that the look behind my eyes is getting older and older and older. My skin's getting younger, my suit's getting younger, but my consciousness is getting a lot older. Some of us incarnated to not be a part of these groups or organizations for a very specific reason. The reason is that true power cannot be, has to be earned. Just because you're born into a family, they don't grant you real power. You get a silver spoon in your hand since the moment you were born in a certain programming system. Can you imagine if I was born into one of those families? It'd be horrible. I understand now why I chose my life. I understand why I walked away from a successful life in Los Angeles 13 years ago. I understand why I turned off the temptation. I understand why I had to go up on the mountain and meditate. I understand why that, to become, not a character or play a character in a movie. Some of these, kids today, they want to emulate actors that play superheroes. Well, let me tell you something. To be a real superhero, you got to go through some real stuff. Okay? Some of us are the real superheroes. Okay? I'm just trying to be real with you. And it's not easy. It's not easy to be a leader. It's not easy to be a real superhero. What does a real superhero do? I don't know. They probably shoulder press 600 pounds, and then they go work for 9 hours, and then they have to steam for an hour so they can go to bed at night because they have so much energy coursing through their veins they can't sleep in this dimension. Real talk. So, you guys are just like me. I'm just helping you remember. Now let's just dance. Come on. Who's in my life? We don't know what to do with him, sir. I'm like, he doesn't know what to do with himself. He's got, like, planetary guardians watching him. Just leave him alone. He's got a whole different thing going on. That feels better. Oh. Happy Mother's Day. All right, just get in here. Look. I'm gonna drop like it's hot, but this is like it's Mother's Day. The mothers, flowers, brunches, and for all you family out there that maybe aren't with your mother, just know that we love you very, very much, and that our mothers are always close to us in our hearts, always. Behind. Okay. All right. So. Another thing, too. Good questions. Hey, Amanda, I love you. It can be good. It can be good. Okay. Ice, solid, water, liquid on the other side. It's just more fluid, less rigid. Okay, hey, I like it. Show. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Keep shining. All right. Let's keep shining. Yeah, look. Elvin, Teddy. Let's go. Where you at, Elvin? Bang. I love this. This is too much fun. Okay, so... someone's asking, will we be using money in the future, folks? I can answer some of that. Okay, check this out. Back in the day, we used to barter. Okay, I'll give you 100 bales of wheat for X. Right? Well, check it. I think we're going to be using some form of energetic thing. I think even in the universe, they have, credits, right? How many credits? From what star system? My thing is that what's the asset backing whatever you're trading? And is that easily usable to transport and put in your pocket? You know, say you're buying a spacecraft in a spaceport, and they go, I'll take 5 tons of platinum or 5 tons of gold or 5 tons of silver. But in their mind, they're like, how am I going to use this for industrial purposes to retrofit certain things that I need for certain functions? You have to understand it won't just be raw currency. Now, just to be absolutely clear why gold was so awesome back in the day. This is what I remember from Egypt. Okay, let me tell you some real stuff. Okay. Golden bars were, imagine a stick of butter that you put in the freezer. This is what I remember about golden bars in Egypt. They were the storage. They were, obviously it doesn't rust and it's great for art and fancy stuff. This is what I remember being in Giza, 28,336 years ago, was one golden bar, right? Was a storage. You stored, that's why you stored the gold. Then you would take that golden bar when you were ready to turn it into golden wafers. One of those golden bars maybe made 200 or 300 little discs of pure, or like pure gold, like the pure ormus. And then we would take those things, like a little wafer, we put it in our mouth. It would kick our frequency up in our body so high that we could literally walk through a spirit door or a wall. Now you ask yourself, well, what's the value in that? Can you imagine just going OBE and traveling to another galaxy, another solar system, another planet for 12, 15, 25 hours, and then you come back here and you look around going, there's nothing down here that's worth what I just did to my consciousness or that access. So they became very valuable. So that's what I remember about the power of gold. It was like, no, you mean the wafers? Those were just storage blocks we kept in the storage room. We took those bars of gold and made wafers out of them. That's why in all those spiritual places, especially the Maya, why they have like a stone door in a stone rock. You're like, why is there a door etched in stone? Pop the wafer, frequency goes up through the door. Okay, and there's even stories about when the Spanish showed up and they were trying to do all that, jazz, Inquisition, all that jazz, that some of the tablets from the Mayan priests, there's like stories of the Spaniards saying they had these golden tablets and they were running through a wall. It was almost like, like Hogwarts, For example, you guys know what I'm talking about. You guys seen the movie Harry Potter, where they go to that special station that takes them to the Hogwarts station, and they just go right through the door if you have the right frequency or DNA. Same thing, but you're going right through a spirit door. There's spirit doors all over the place. This was known back in the day very casually. Again, we dropped in frequency into this density, and those doors became closed to us. Those doors are once again opening up. So that's what I remember. Portal, baby. It's a portal. So there's domestic portals and there's international portals. This is how my higher self explained it to me. So Giza, Bosnia, Giza, Shangri-La, Tibet area, Mount Kailash, and then you got them like Antarctica, and then you got them, there's like 4 or 5 main gates that have tunnels that go underneath them. That's the old school during the Ice Age or whatever. But there was domestic airports, so you could go through to a portal in Egypt, and you could pop out in Bosnia. You go to Bosnia, you can pop out in Tibet, whatever it was. There was doors. Those were the door keys. If you're frequent, those were the door keys. Those little wafers, and they were very valuable. I don't know who makes them now. I don't know if they know how to make them anymore. I can tell you that a lot of that knowledge has been lost. Why do I know this? Because there are Japanese samurai swords that to this day they can't replicate. The sharpness, the metals used, they cannot replicate those swords today with modern technology. There's an alchemy thing and a prayer thing and a consciousness thing that we have yet to remember. Yet to remember. Okay. What I can tell you for all you alchemists out there, you got to have the elements in your hands. That's the fastest way to remember. Put yourself, if you were a master blacksmith, you basically go to the garage and you make your own blacksmith thing and start putting the raw ore and things together and put them in buckets. Try to copy and paste what you did in the past and your memories will start coming back. You can't, it's very hard to do unless you put your hands on it. Some people are different types of learners. You have visual learners, auditory learners, or hands-on. Well, when you're an engineer or a mechanic, let me explain something to you, or a chef, right? Or an artiste, usually it's hands-on. I have to touch it. I have to get the brush. I have to touch it to, right, remember how to create, because that's what you were doing in the past, right? It wasn't random. Does that make sense? You had the tools in your hands. That's how you did it. Same things in the way they levitated the rocks in Egypt. The same technology was used in Coral Castle in Florida during. It's a frequency. I remember they put this little, it was like a golden box with like 4 little, looks like little like, like a stethoscope you put on your ears, like you can hear someone's heartbeat. Imagine a little gold box this big. Has like 3 rivets on each side. Has a little handle. It's got these 4 little suction cup things that are made out of metal. They lay on top of the rock. You hit it with the frequency, and it basically what it does is it copies whatever the frequency is of the stone you're lifting. It matches that frequency, emanates that sound, and the thing lifts up. Like I said, it's like imagine like someone trying to explain to you how an electronic DeWalt power drill works. Well, there's a motor inside and it spins, and then there's different things you can put on. The tools. It's a tool that we used to have, okay? But we were very, we had a lot of help, and back in the day, our visitation and the rules were a little different. The Syrians were coming down to the Dogon tribe. You had the Andromedans, the Arcturians, and then you had a lot of other stuff, the Anunnaki, and then you had, you had the Draco, and you had, obviously the Palladians, the White Buffalo Woman, whatever it is, right? What I'm trying to say is our star brothers and sisters have always visited us. This timeline is already being modulated and changed in various ways. But I want you to understand that even though things are moving very fast in the physical, some people have been waiting 50, 60 years for this stuff to take place, right? Or longer, really, thousands, if you count some of the things we're waiting for. What I'm getting to is that I am 100% confident in saying that the dimensions are shifting just as violent, just as fast, if not faster. The fourth dimension is completely different. Ascension school platforms are completely different. Those making that choice and those that have made certain choices, let's just say in the physical, based upon whatever the belief system is for their own health, even those dimensions that they were sending you to based upon that polarity or let's just call that an artificial thing, is already being adjusted. So it's not going to be what these guys were planning it to be. It's not. It's already being changed and transmuted daily. And those of the population that were locked in that box so that I would see are slowly waking up in there. It's not holding. Whatever that is, your spirit and your soul is stronger than the artificial claim to it, because contractually it was still done under false pretenses. For example, let me be real with you. If we go into a legal dissertation and I'm completely inebriated and I sign a contract or an agreement while I'm completely inebriated, that contract is null and void. Well, you would say inebriated in a way that's, all right, you drank too much, let's just say. Well, I'm saying that on a galactic spiritual level, fear was used as that function of inebriation, and it caused a decision not based in clarity or sound of mind, but rather hypnotism and fear. So again, I'm telling you, those contracts upstairs, I'm not putting up with a lot of the BS they're doing down here. I just want to be real with you. I love and support whatever, choices we make together. But yeah, under duress. Absolutely. I was under duress. I was going to lose my job, blah, blah. You know what I mean? Like, I was going to not be able to feed myself. Nah, just saying. It's not as black and white as these guys want you to think. Their genes are weak sauce. Let's talk about this for a second. And I don't know why Mike Myers is making a joke on Netflix about the pentaveret or whatever it is. I don't know what he's doing. I love that guy, but I think his melon's cooked. I think he's confused and cooked. I love him though. He was great in his heyday. There's something going on with even in the upper echelons, because what I heard was that even these 7 families or some of the dragon families or whatever these families are, right, that supposedly oversee things. I heard that like half of them want peace, prosperity, and abundance, and the other half, are trying to do this agenda stuff. So what I'm trying to tell you is I think it's actually like 70% now, 65, 70% want peace, prosperity, and balance. It's only like 30% that won't shift. And that 30% that won't shift has the most to lose, because they are basically the most incapable of change. And when change is a constant in the universe, those that fear change will be replaced or will be evolved right by. No one in this universe is going to force you to do something, but you're not going to hold back the population of this planet and my starseeds and angelics from our dreams and aspirations based upon your broken programming. So that's not going to take place. I don't know what commander or higher self you need to write. I can write it across your forehead if you want. That's not going to take place. What I can say is that there's still an opportunity for some of these guys to understand that the universe is a very big place. And many beings are rooting for us to lift this entire planet up, this entire frequency up. It's a much grander thing than they even perceive on the ground here, or how they perceive in their little day flyers as they fly out of orbit and they think they're a big deal when they go to a meeting in Saturn off the, on the way station. Oh, I'm a big deal. There are beings that watch you like you're a tic-tac flying through this space and you're this big. The same beings that fear those bigger, older brothers and sisters that are watching this game. I'm telling you, I've seen them, I interact with them, and I'm trying to say, we want the best for everybody, but you got to stop the service to self stuff. That program needs to end. It does not serve the whole of humanity. So that's all I'm going to say about that. I'm not even, hey, let's keep it positive. It is, what do we got? What do we got? But check out my ship. Or like, you realize that we're like 100 million years ahead of you in like technology, right? Like that looks like you're flying a Mazda Miata from '82 through the air. Do you think that you're King Kong? I don't know. Now remember, the real spiritual gangsters out there, we don't need spacecraft. They travel at will at the speed of thought. So really understand that. They materialize in any dimension they want to. At will, whenever they want to. Can't be more clear with that. Look at my Mazda Miata! I got leather interior. It's got my initials on it. We're like, cool. I don't know. How many people do you have to rip off to get one of? Oh, I'll tell you. I was like, Imagine the frustration of some of like the Guardians of the Planet. They're like, at least we had a better shot in Atlantis and Tartaria. I mean, like, these guys are off the rocker, right? This is the last one where you're like, hey, we're gonna do it together. I don't know. You know what I mean? Got big wigs, bro. I'm just like, that's cool. I'm gonna put it on my console. So let's pull some cards. I love you guys. All right. Let's pull some cards. You know. I wish I had a frequency modulator I could hook to myself like a belt, and I could like put a belt or something around someone else so they could actually feel and see what I see. That'd be really cool. Just get the world leaders over here and I'm like, hey, just stand right here. Close your eyes. Look up. No one told me about this in my country. I'd be like, welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. How do you deal with it? A lot of meditation. Steam. Vitamins. More steam. Alright. Alright, let's pull some cards. Look, I love you. I'm just like, faster. 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 That's all I'm trying to say. Sometimes come on. It's like the wings are going faster. Come on, guys. You know what I mean? Yes, 432, 100%. All day. All of the amazing music that was written by Mozart and Bach and all those guys was never in 440. That happened in 1939 with one of the Rockefeller turds. Switch it to 440. Should have always been 432. So when you actually hear some of the old, like, Beethoven or Bach, but it's in 432, it's like a completely different thing. You're like, there's emotion behind it. You can feel it. It's nuts. It's awesome. Look, you know, I can't even get too much credence to some of these guys. Even Pacer. And, look, dude, like, you're cute. Like, last time we really walked the earth, like, imagine, like, the giants that walk the earth, and some of us are these giants. And then we graduate, went to another dimension, then all the little things that, like, were serving us are now in charge. And they have these little groups and organizations. And they're telling the whole population to live a certain way. Like, inside my soul, I'm like, I'm 15, 20 feet tall listening to an ant. I don't know where to put this. Father, help me. Some of us are like that. I don't know. Virgin Mary and Mother, help me. My energy feels like they're this big. Can somebody throw me a bone down here? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what you want with it. I don't know what you want to do. I'm just saying casually as I wake up in the morning. I'm telling you guys this. We're supposed to watch, monitor, and come and step into our hearts as we balance our streams and see maybe some of the times that we made a mistake when we were those beings to not make the same mistake again. We've been given a second opportunity. Pay attention to the words I'm saying. We've been given a second opportunity to make the right choice for everyone. Okay, just want to be real. That's what I have to say every day. You know what I mean? Let's just go and bang. Cards. Let's do it. Dragons first. Okay. We're going to start with the dragons, and then we'll go right into unicorns, and then obviously Bobbery. All right, for this week. And happy Mother's Day. All right. What do you mean they're in charge? I'm like, yeah, bro. It's awkward. Come on. I'm kidding. What am I supposed to... Okay. Namaste, my catching in bliss we are. I'm like, they're like, come on. I'm like, it's inside. I can't help it. It just wants to spit truth out of my mouth. I can't, I don't believe anything I'm being told down here. Okay. Sorry for your game, but I'm here to blow it up. Okay. Of control, that is. Effort. Effort. Conquering your demons. Hey! Make an effort to balance thyself. Exactly what I just said. Take this opportunity to conquer your demons or conquer the polarity game which we're all graduating from. Understand that we're here to serve each other in love and peace and prosperity. Everything else comes second. Okay. And sometimes people get triggered, and I used to too when I was more night side like 8 years ago. You know why? Because some of your night side aspects don't want to hear that because they're 100% service to self. So I'm here to say that they'll never let Darth Vader out of 4D if 5D doesn't sign off on them. So the same conversation you're going to have when you cross worlds. Did you make it? You were close, but let's talk about it. You know, my goal is for everyone to have the most awesome experience down here possible. It's very simple. I don't want a belief system to trap you in a place that was set up by beings that enjoy trapping you. Because they have to work less. They're lazy. Why would I generate my own energy and train my own vessel when I can just pull it off of other people? You're lazy. Real talk. Dad would just say, well, it looks like you lack purpose and you're lazy. True effort comes true creation. Strangeness. There's strangeness afoot. Okay. So, the effort to conquer your demons and the strangeness. Okay? There's strangeness. Let's pull another one. Strangeness. Is that supposed to be comedy? All right, I'll focus. Strangeness. There's a lot of strangeness. That's like a nice way a unicorn would say it. They're like, it's very strange down there. All right, for this week, come on, give me a good one for them. For my fam. Little bit of that. Majesty. Majesty. That's rad. Majesty. Go for majesty this week. Hold me. The effort to block the strangeness and step into your majesty. There we go. Because I guess you could say something's strange when you don't understand it, but when you can see the game for what it is, it's no longer strange. And now it becomes a choice, and we all choose our divinity and our majesty. All right, Barbary. Let's go. A little fun. Here we go. All right, for this week. Okay, it's 3. First, Scorpio. Oh. Scorpio, 8. Scorpio. Then we have water. There's me. Scorpio, water. And the third card is fire. So Scorpio's out there, and my fire elementals out there, and my fire beings. Make sure if the frequencies get too high, use water to calm yourself. Hot showers to calm yourself, ground yourself. But the balance in between. Look. You got to balance it in the middle with the water from your fire. So use, all right, Scorpio. Try and balance that with water. Many Aries out there, sometimes their partners are water. You know, it's the opposite, right? So what I'm trying to say is that just use your element and understand that there's a lot of things going on right now. Oh, man. What else? That's the next eclipse. In a week. The heads up. With that, ladies and gentlemen, just know I love you guys very, very much. We have, I ordered more hats. It's a fire. Don't worry, Tone. I got you. I got you too. He's like, I got you. All right. What else? Oh, I have a surprise too. I got some more of these, but I have a new design. I think you guys are really going to like it. I can't wait to wear mine. We'll see how it comes out. What else? Yeah, keep an eye out for that digital download. Wednesday, I should have it up and cracking for you. Today's Sunday. Give me 3 days. Of Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, the full download for you guys. And it's all fire. You know what I mean? It's we use some really nice cameras to do that for you guys, and audio and stuff. And I will be updating you guys when this whole thing is over, when we're getting together. That's for sure. I want to give you guys a hug and pick some of you guys up in the air and say thank you, for being here. And just know that I love you from the bottom of my heart. And I just want you guys to know how powerful you are. So this week, manifest, right? Remember your majesty. Block the strangeness. Block that polarity game. Don't play with it. Come from your heart. Get out in the sun and charge. And just know that great things are coming. I can't be more awesome in telling you that. You know what I mean? Water, water, water. Arcturian angel. There's great things coming. And I just want you guys to know that. There really are. The thing is that, are you going to be distracted and not see it? And that's what I feel. It's like, they're like, look over here, look over here, look over here. This is going on, this is going on, this is going on. And you're like, no one told me. And you're like, no, you've been distracted. Okay. They also call that hoodwinked. Okay. So don't allow yourself to be hypnotized by that 44 hertz. Just know that stay in your heart, stay in your love. And if the frequency and the energy gets crazy, water and ground. Okay, even a hot shower late at night. A little hack I do. Sometimes I'll get eucalyptus in a spray bottle. If you don't have a spa or a steam room, I spray the walls of my shower with the eucalyptus essential oils, the whole thing, and then I turn the hot water on, let it steam, and then I get in there. And eucalyptus is awesome for that. Let that hot water hit the back of your neck and your spine. Oh, another secret too for levitation and energy body activation. Okay, so woke up at 3:30 in the morning 2 days ago, and when I fly in 4D and 5D, most of my chi comes from my hands. These sigils light up on my hands, they're like this big. Okay, and I can feel the magnetism or the earth, and I can push myself up, and I can kind of fly like Iron Man, right? Well, this is something I want you guys to know too, because I actually need to work on this more. So I was sitting in the shower at 3:30 in the morning clearing, and I was staying in between worlds. So my eyes were closed, and I'm staring at all the dimensional beings around me and the realities going on. So I just kept my eyes closed and took a shower. Be careful. First of all, if you ever do that. But I was sitting in lotus position, and I actually put my hands on the pads of my feet. And there was so much chi coming from my hands. It was actually filling the pad of my foot with energy. And I actually saw in my energy body foot start to fill up with golden light. And I realized, hey, as our bodies and our energy bodies activate, a lot of us master healers out there, or healers or Reiki masters, you're working a lot with your hands. We're negating or neglecting our feet. When I put that chi into my feet, my whole energy body balanced. So just remember how important it is to go outside, barefoot and ground. If it's, weird, background or weird stuff on the ground, it's hard to do that. You can sit on a rock or sit outside, but to ground and to pay attention to your feet. your energy feet and how much energy courses through your body. It is not only just to pull energy from the grid, you also have to practice pushing energy from your feet. I love you guys. You guys have a blessed and beautiful week upcoming, and happy Mother's Day. All right, I love you guys. Sending love and abundance from Sedona. Peace.